Hello, welcome to another beer review with a very freezing Jonathan Brown on a very freezing North Yorkshire day in a very freezing village of Gilling West in a very freezing house with no heating with a freezing bottle of beer which I can hardly hold on to. Right, we're going to Teme Valley Brewery. And this beer I picked up near Gloucester on the services there, and I just picked it up out of the blue. Know nothing about the brewer whatsoever, and this beer is called Whatever Next. Lovely jubbly, 5% ABV. Camera says it's real ale, so it's got to be good if camera says it's real ale, if you know what I mean. And there is all the info there which I shall relay to you lot out there, if you know what I mean. It says strong dark bitter beer, available only in bottles. Whatever next? Whatever. The Teme Valley or Team, I don't know how do you pronounce this, is in Worcestershire anyway, and Herefordshire has been producing choice hops for hundreds of years. The brewery is based at the Talbot on the banks of the Teme or whatever. Just 8 miles from where it flows into the Severn at Worcester. Our beers are brewed with malt grown in UK and hops from the Midlands. But they've just said they produce hops in Worcester, but again the hops from Midlands. I don't get that. So it's bottle conditioned. Chill in fridge for 30 minutes and pour gently to leave sediment in the bottle. Well, excuse me. I like my sediment in the glass. I like the old bits and bobs, if you know what I mean. And it doesn't say anything else. And that's it. Just camera saying it's real ale. So let's crack her open, like we do. There is the plain crown, plenty of CO2 rising off from there. Don't know if you can see that. And smell wise, it smells a little bit leafy. It smells, imagine say in the summer it hasn't been raining for a long time, and you get that smell when suddenly the storm clouds roll in, and you get that type of feeling in the air, you know, when everything gets a bit close, and you get kind of like people used to tell me it was oxygen or something. You get a smell coming off, and it feels a bit like that from this neck. It feels like a smell coming off from like a leafy kind of aroma, getting a little bit of sweetness there as well. Could be a slight melon, but not much going on. So let's pour out. So I'll just leave her like that, and I can tell it's bottle conditions because I can see a little bit of sediment in there. Lovely, beautiful off-white head there. Looks rather nice. So we'll give her a swell, like you do. And I'm getting a big, more like a dark brown bread, little bit of bran. The caramel's coming out. You do get this generic caramel in a lot of beers. It's very easy to say to you out there, oh, I get caramel, but I'm trying to pick up different other aromas from it as well. And it's quite hard, you know, because you get set in your ways, because you're getting these aromas and one thing pops into your head and you think to yourself, oh yeah, it just smells like that. But it's not necessarily true. There's millions of aromas out there. It's just trying to put your finger on it. And there's a little bit of, you're getting some sort of nut, maybe a hint of cashew, a dewy leafy, maybe a raisin there as well. Does smell nice though. So let's top her up. And I've mucked that up. Look at that. I'm no good at pouring sometimes, you know. So let's. It looks like that's terrible. That is. That looks more like a banana. It looks like some sort of. It's just staying. Anyway, I'm getting a big head, as you can see. So I'm gonna go in amongst all this froth. I'm gonna go in. So cheers. Hmm. That's really nice, you know. Cool. Um. Very malt-based beer. This. There's no herbs. There's no grassiness. There's no hoppiness coming through. There's a little bit of woodness coming through. Um, maybe like something of a fungal quality coming through as well. There is a roastness there as well, but there is. I don't know if it's to do with their yeast. There is a strain which is coming through that reminds me of wholemeal bread. Um, Reminds me of the wholemeal bread you get with all them little seeds in. You know, there's some sort of thing going on with this beer, which is bringing that out. But it's interesting. Yeah, definitely getting some sort of cerealness, brownness, wheatness. No, associated with brown bread. Um, do I like this beer? Uh, yeah, it's a little bit different. I wasn't expecting the wholemeal aspect of it, um, and I'm getting it now in my mouth. I'm getting that wholemeal bread. I'm getting, you know, the kind of baking, kind of like yeastiness coming through, and yeah, it's all right. Now, would I? You know what? I'm just reading this label and I'm waffling on. It says brewed using only hops from Hereford and Worcestershire, right? And then it says hops from the Midlands. Now, big question. I'm going to leave this with a big question. First of all, I like this beer. I recommend it. I recommend you to buy this beer, right? Now I'm going to leave this on a cliffhanger. Right, it says brewed using only hops from Hereford and Worcestershire. On the back, it says brewed with malt grown in UK and hops from the Midlands. Now, pardon, pardon my geography, but I want you boys and girls to tell me out there: is Worcester and Hereford in the Midlands? I don't think it is. And on that note, I'll see you in my next one. Cheers.